And moving on and shifting our focus to more exclusive details, Times Now has managed to access of the charge sheet that has been filed against Brij Bhushan Singh, the BJP leader, in the allegations of sexual harassment that have been leveled by some of the wrestlers, the top wrestlers of our country. Exclusive details coming in. The statement by the victims under CRPC 164 is the main evidence for the charge sheet, is what Times Now is learning. Now remember, the Delhi police has charge sheeted 2 accused in the case as far as the latest legal developments are concerned. Parallelly, the Patiala High House Court, in the Patiala House Court, the Delhi police has also submitted a 550-page final report on the cancellation of FIR. To this, the police took the minor to the said location of the alleged crime and they couldn't find any isolated place where the crime could have taken place. So that's another big exclusive update that Times Now has managed to access. The digital evidence provided by the victim in the meanwhile establishes the presence of the accused at the alleged location of the crime. There are 5, and this is an approximate figure that we're talking about, 5 pictures given by the victims in support of their allegations. Let me quickly go across to Priyank joining us with more details. Some of the key takeaways that we've managed to access here on Times Now with regards to the charge sheet that has been filed against Brij Bhushan and another accused in the case. Priyank, take it away. Tell us what this means.
See, Sandy, everyone was curious to know that what was the reason because of which this charge sheet has been filed. So here the detail which clearly shows that the top sources in the Delhi police have suggested it to Times Network that the reason for the charge sheeting these 2 accused was primarily the statement of the these victims who had given the 164 CRPC statement before the court, which means that before the court they have recorded the statement saying that Brij Bhushan Singh had molested them. Following to which we also like to know try to get detail of why the minor complaint was taken back, for which the Delhi police also took the minor to the said location of the alleged crime, where they could not find any isolated location as per the complainant side, where she stated that she was told to come to the isolated location. Later to that, when the minor was also confronted, she confessed that she was under pressure because of the mistreatment which was happening with her in their association. That's why she wanted to pursue this particular complaint. The minor had also given similar kind of complaint earlier in Rohtak also, which was also taken by. But very interestingly, the digital evidences provided by the victim, which was in the form of pictures, approximately 5 to 6 pictures were given by the victims in support of the allegation, which only establishes the location of the accused, but there is no misappropriate behavior which can be established through the picture. But since the victims had already given their statement before the court, the police was bound to take an action in the matter and they had filed the charge sheet. It's certainly a matter of trial when it will be established whether the accused had an intention to molest the victim or not. Very interestingly, what we are also getting to know that out of 24 witnesses who have given their account to the police, around 7 of them, that's a specific number, have given their statement in support of the victim that they have also noticed something like this happening in front of them, and they claim that they saw something like this. The rest of them have spoken in favor of the accused. But what is more important is that the Delhi police have also taken some time from the court in this charge sheet so that they can file a supplementary charge sheet because the document which was sought, the evidence which was sought from the other nations where this alleged crime happened is still awaited. They have also requested the telecom provider to provide the CDR for the next for this time period of 2020.
The witnesses who were interrogated or questioned by the Delhi police, only 7 of them in the meanwhile have come out and supported the claims that have been made by the wrestlers, is what you're telling us. But a supplementary charge sheet may also be filed. What's also interesting is the sections that have been spoken of in the charge sheet having been filed under certain sections of the IPC. Interestingly, all of them guarantee a maximum punishment of 5 years. That's something that the wrestlers may pick up in hours to come. Priyank.
Yes, Adi, you're absolutely right, Christine, because the charge sheet is one of the major things for which the Delhi police was probing this. If you look at the sections of the Indian Penal Code, it's 354A, which is making sexual colored remark. The 354, which is of assault or criminal force to a woman. 354D, which is the punishment for stalking, and 109 is abetment. These are the sections which have been added in the charge sheet filed against Brij Bhushan Singh. While talking about the other accused, section 509 is also there, which has been added against him for this kind of inappropriate behavior which has happened with these victims. So certainly it's a very important case, but there was some sort of relief for Brij Bhushan and some sort of trouble for him, because the minor withdrew her statement and police moved to the court for cancellation of the FIR, which means that the police could not find any evidence, and it will be later on quashed before the High Court. But if you talk about the major victim statement, those wrestlers who were major at the time of alleged incident, they have given their detail along with few of friends and family members of them who have also supported this. Since it's a statement which was recorded before the concerned court in front of the Metropolitan Magistrate, they recorded the statement under CRPC section 164, which is an admissible evidence. So apart from the pictures, the statement of the victim itself is an admissible evidence before the court of law. That's why the police officials were bound to file a charge sheet in this particular matter. This is what Times Now had been highlighting, that the police could not find any kind of evidence, so that they could have gone ahead and arrest of the accused. But since the statement of the victim was itself sufficient for the agencies to move to the court and file the charge sheet, although it's a matter of trial that what will happen next, whether it will be proven guilty or not, if the accused will plead guilty or not, or the trial will begin, whether the testimonies of the witnesses in the cross questioning will stand or not. See, these are the, this will come in the later stage. But since the first information report, which is the FIR in the case, was filed, the victims recording the statement under CRPC section 164, so the agency was bound to file a charge sheet in the matter. In the minor case, they took back the complaint.
Yes.
The cancellation request has already been provided before the court, which will be taken care on 4th. On the major side, we will have to wait off for the 22nd. One more breaking input which we are getting, that the police was only given the call detail of 1 year. So the call detail was not proper, since the mobile service provider kept the data for the year and they have deleted the information of the previous year. It is very much difficult for the police officials to also get the detail of the CDR of the victim who have alleged that this kind of crime had happened with them.
Okay. While interestingly, the 550-page final report on cancellation of FIR has been filed, and this is with regards to the POCSO case, and we have more details coming in the charge sheet as well with regards to the allegations that were first up initially leveled by the minor in this case. What's also interesting is that the courts will have to eventually come out with a ruling, and that is going to take place on the 4th of July, Priyank.
Yes. On the minor's complaint, the court will have to take cognizance of on 4th. On the major complaint, the matter will finally move this month before the court in the month of June. On 22nd, the matter will be taken over by the concerned court as soon as the court reopens. Today, it was filed before the duty magistrate court. So it will be decided that what will be the date of the cognizance. See, extreme cognizance is one of the important factors which is being taken in any kind of criminal investigation. So as soon as the court takes the cognizance, then the accused side will move to the court, and the victim side will also move to the court to get a certified copy of the charge sheet. Then the court will go through the charge sheet. It will be an argument which will happen in the case on the argument of the framing of the charges. If the charges are framed, then the trial in the case will begin if the accused plead guilty. So that's a very long legal process.
So big takeaways coming in as far as the charge sheet is concerned. Times Now learning that the statement by the victims under 164 CRPC is the main evidence for charge sheet. Those who have come out and spoken in favor of Brij Bhushan, cross-examination will also take place, and an additional supplementary charge sheet may also be filed in days to come. Priyank, thank you for putting that in perspective. We need to head into a very quick